Okay, so this editorial is all about power and energy sector. We'll see this every important. General things you write down. Energy is important for economic growth, uh, energy consumption. Write down energy consumption. Energy consumption is one of the indicators of economic growth. One of the indicators of economic growth is energy consumption. If you consume more, then your economy is growing. Okay. So that is one thing. Then to bring the economy to the high level of growth, then also energy is required. And India is a energy deficient country. Energy deficient country means right on this word we have something called you can say energy crisis, energy security. They say otherwise we use the word crisis. Okay, that means we always have a hungry of energy. Okay, and we are dependent. That's also right. India is dependent on imports. Okay, so import bill increases because of the energy, you can say, or you can see. Have you heard about this word CAD? What is CAD? CAD. Anybody heard about CAD? Hmm? Yeah, current account deficit. The increase in the current account deficit is also because of the import. Okay, so current account deficit in the crude we are importing, that is because of the import bill. Okay, so the amendments in the electricity bill, okay, will only burden the states and erode the concurrent status given to the electricity. Okay, so write down this. Electricity is coming under the concurrent list. Electricity is coming under the concurrent list. That is one information. Recently, we have seen one item which is in the state list, but center will make a law. We have seen no recently one article. What was that? Anybody? Yes, very good. Rajeshwari. It was agriculture. It is agriculture where we said that government will come with the laws, but agriculture falls under state list only. Okay, fine. Nevertheless, so these are some of the important basic information. Yeah, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's proposal for reform in the public reforms on power tariff policy. Power tariff policy announcement as a part of the stimulus package following the pandemic is a piece with the recent comprehensive proposal to amend Electricity Act 2003. Okay, so we have Electricity Act in 2003. Okay, that is being amended. Put together, they wrote the concurrent status according to the electricity in the constitution. If implemented, they will not only weaken the control of the states. Okay. So one of the criticism, write down, of the amendment, proposed amendment, write down the proposed. Yeah. Thank you, Roshni. Thank you, Shruti. We're going to read the article. So write down in your notebook that the proposed amendment in Electricity Act 2003 will erode the concurrent status on the electricity, okay, in the constitution. If implemented, it will this will not only weaken the control of the states over the industry supply, a basic human necessities such as electricity, but also arm the center with the pincer-like weapon, which could choke the distribution companies and jeopardize the country's energy security. Okay. So this word will be coming again and again. So in the Nirmala Sitharaman's announcement of the so-called fiscal package, she talked about privatizing certain discoms. Anybody is aware? What was that? What other discoms will be privatized? Privatization of discom. Discom is distributing company. For example, KSAB is KSAB. Yeah, all these are known as distributing companies. Yes. So these companies, she said she will be privatizing it. Okay. particularly in the union territory. Okay, union territory, whatever is coming, they will be prioritizing because the states will otherwise oppose it, right? Yeah. Then DISCOM troubles. These proposals have to be seen in the context of continuing centralization of control. Okay. Yeah, so this is one another example. See, we have been a lot of times we are talking about cooperative federalism. Then we're talking about competitive federalism. All this we were talking about again. But nowadays, in fact, cooperative federalism also some criticism is there that this is actually a government's what do you say centralization only. Okay. So that is the so here one more example here, like for example GST implementation. If you take, people will argue that it is a cooperative federalism. Look how the center and the state is cooperating together, and they are making decisions, and they are dividing the tax and all. But we can also argue that GST is a centralization. Okay, that means the individual state could have decided what they want before the implementation of GST. But after the implementation of GST, individual state cannot decide about their tax structure. They have to always go to the GST council. Okay, thereby individual freedom of the state has come down. Okay, so here another example is the DISCOM is in trouble. The government of India is coming under amendment with this one. Okay, let us see all these amendment on all. Okay. So one of over the sector whose impact is at least 25 years has been driven up the cost of the purchase to 80% of the total cost of the state DISCOMs. In fact, write down one thing like DISCOMs are in trouble. Distributing companies, sorry, who is drawing in my screen? Okay, DISCOMs are under trouble. Okay, DISCOMs are, yeah. DISCOMs are in trouble. They are in huge loss. Okay, huge loss. As at the core of the DISCOM moves is the two-part tariff policy mandated by the Ministry of Power in 1990 at the behest of the World Bank. As more private developers came forward to invest in generation, DISCOM were required to sign long-term power purchase agreement, committing to the pay fixed cost for power generation, irrespective of whether state draws the power or not. Copy down this. This is the one of the biggest problem. See, power generation, private people have come in. Okay, you know NTPC, right? NTPC. Okay, that is National Thermal Power Corporation. Like this, private companies. Okay, if you go to Reliance, also operates some of the thermal power stations. So when this thermal power stations are invited, they are saying that you don't worry about the selling of electricity. We will buy from you. Okay. So this DISCOMs, distributing companies, has to sign a deal with them. Okay. Underline the word. Committing a pay of fixed cost to the power generation, irrespective of whether the state draws the power or not. Okay, and a variable charge for fuel when it costs. Okay, that means the power generating company, they will not be in loss. Okay, power generating company will get the money, but who is the KSAB? Like this, people will be under trouble. Okay, so this is one of the problem with the DISCOMs. The PPA signed by the DISCOMs were based on the over-optimistic projection demand estimated by the Central Electricity Authority, a central agency. The 18th Electric Power Survey overestimated peak electric demand by 2019-20 by 70 gigawatt. The 19th EPS, okay, EPS means don't think it's Edappadi Palanichami. It is Electric Power Survey. Okay. Published in the 2017 by 2025 megawatt. DISLOC long-term ones end up in service, and this year, DISCOM locked into long-term contracts end up servicing perpetual fixed cost of the power not drawn. Okay, what the power not utilized also, for that also they are giving the money to the power generating company. That is what the problem is. Yeah, note down this point. Okay, in Karnataka, there's a place called Kudgi. Okay, if the time permits, in fact, you can actually do this. Take just not more than 10 minutes. See, whenever you have a doubt, send me a message. Don't go and search in the Google. And even if you search, have a time limit, like I'll search only 10 minutes within which I'm getting information, I'll decide. Okay, if you go on searching, then you will waste your time, and at the end of the day, you will be confused only. Okay, so have a time limit for searching. Otherwise, send me a message. I'll respective faculty. I'll talk to them. If I know, I'll answer that. So what I was saying, that you can actually draw a map of India, or you just a list also. Okay, like all the thermal power. So what are things we can have? We can have thermal power. We can have likewise hydropower. Then nuclear power. Then we can say wind energy. Okay, so all this thing. Then we also have geothermal, right? So all these places, try to find some ready-made will be available in Google. So this is one simple question in MCQ type of questions they are asking. Then this article has that information. Thermal power has got around more than 50% of the contribution. That descending order also, like which is more to less. Okay, I think wind will be less or solar will be less. Okay, like that. That also, please read that. Yeah, coming to this one, due to the CEA's overestimates, all India plant load factor of the coal power plant is about 56% even before the COVID. So COVID-19 lockdown, the power demand has come down. Only the household power is there. Industries are not there. No. Even then, that the agreement will be intact. Factors of renewable energy. Okay, the word renewable comes when the energy source is unlimited. You can keep on taking it. Okay, it doesn't get exhausted. So two famous thing under that is solar and the wind power were declared as a must run, requiring discoms to absorb all renewable power as long as there was sun or wind in excess of the mandatory renewable purchase. Okay. So this copied in this clause, must run clause. Okay, that means if there is a solar power and the wind power, then the discom, that means distributing companies, must buy that. Okay, they have to compulsory buy that. This means backing down thermal generation to accommodate all available green power. This is one of the concept in our this one national determined contribution is NDC. In that, we have said that we will increase the renewable energies and we will reduce the emission. So this emission is because of the thermal power. Thermal power station, coal is being burnt, or diesel is burnt, but petrol, something we are burning. So fossil fuels are being burned. So against that, we have got a renewable. Okay, so what they're saying is to reduce the thermal power generation and increase the renewable process. Okay, available under the word green power. They are using the word green power. Okay, green power. Okay, so that is the first thing. So what are because of renewable this one, the thermal is going to come down. Okay. The second, power demand peaks after sunset. In the absence of viable storage, every megawatt of renewable. This is a problem with the present solar power. Okay, the power demand is more during the after sunset. Okay, so absence of storage, there is no any storage facility. Okay, every megawatt of the renewable power requires twice as much spinning reserve to keep lights on after sunset. Discoms, especially in the southern regions, have had to integrate large volumes of inform power, mostly from the solar and the wind plants, which enjoy must run status irrespective of their high tariff. Okay, this is one thing you can write in this. We are talking about renewable energy. We are talking about renewable energy, but the cost of renewable is very high. Okay, we talk about wind energy. We talk about what is it? Solar energy. Okay, all these are have not been come to a stage where it is affordable. Okay, it is high cost. It is high cost and high tariff is high. Okay, 5%, 5 rupees and no 6 rupees. This is what the cost. Okay, so we are saying that we should improve the renewable energy. Okay, but as of now, the renewable energy is treated to be costly. So that is one drawback you can say. But other people say that it will be coming down, like we can reduce it by over the period of time. Okay, for example, solar energy was once upon a time it was 20 rupees also. Okay, now it has come to 5 rupees and 6 rupees, so it can be further reduced. Yeah. Third thing, 2015, the center announced an ambitious target of 175 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2022. Okay, offering a slew of concession to renewable energy developers and aggravating the burden on discoms. Incidentally, China benefited as much as 13 billion. Okay, this is the thing. So when we announce anything, I don't know how the China gets information. Even during the coronavirus, also you might have heard about. Again, they have started supplying to the entire world rapid kit, okay, then mask and all. So whenever any country wants to grow anything, the China will be there with the products. So we were talking about that solar energy should be there. Okay, 170, copied on that one we have planned in 2015. 175 gigawatt of power should be generated by the renewable resources by 2022. Okay. But what happens? This actually led to the money flowing into China because they started supplying the solar panels. Okay. So and this one solar panel is supplied by the China. Okay. Why we buy Chinese means the affordability. Chinese products are least cost. Nobody can sell at that cost. You forget about the quality, but those are the most affordable products across the world. That is why they have become the hub of manufacturing. Okay, so what are three things we have seen? First thing is there's something called must run clause in the discoms. They have to definitely buy from the renewable energy as long as the sun and the wind. Okay, this is to reduce the thermal generation and produce more green energy. Okay, second one is we don't have proper storage facility for the solar energy after sunset. When peaks up, we are not having discoms are not having. Okay, and moreover, the renewable energy is of high cost. Okay, and when we said that we will be producing 175 megawatt of electricity from the renewable energy, but most of this gain has gone only to the China. Okay. Then the fine print, it is against the backdrop that we must examine the proposal in the Electricity Act 2020. So what are the amendments they are bringing in the Electricity Act 2020? First, the amendment proposes sub-franchises, presumably private, in an attempt to usher in the market through the back door. Okay, if you're directly privatizing the discoms and electricity, there will be some problem. So they are using something called sub-franchises. Okay, that means like a subcontract. Going by the past privatization experiment, private sub-franchises are likely to cherry pick the most profitable segments of the discoms jurisdiction. Okay. So when we give private, then they will look for profit. No, okay, so they will take only the profit areas, profitable areas of discounts. I'll tell you example. See, if you look at compare ICICI with the SBI, ICICI will not open the branches everywhere across the country. They'll open only where they see some kind of profitability. Okay. Okay, profitability, and that is the thing. Okay, but PSUs like SBI and all will open across. Okay, so they will cherry pick those profitable areas. Only there they will enter. Is one allegations against this. Okay. The Electricity Bill 2020 containing the proposed amendments is silent on whether a private sub-franchise would be required to buy expensive power. Okay, expensive power. Here talking about that fixed cost and the renewable energy and all will they be buying it? Okay, that is not clear. Okay, the electricity bill copied on this. First one is they're talking about sub-franchises, which is the backdoor entry of the private. Okay. So you should know what is the proposed changes in the Electricity Act 2020. So Electricity Act was passed in 2003. Then they're bringing an amendment in 2020. Okay. What is the amendment? First one is they're going to bring sub-franchises. That means subcontract like that. Okay. It can be another means discount will be more in the above. Okay, below that some people will be private people. Now question there is whether they'll be buying them expensive power like renewable powers or fixed cost. Or procure cheaper power directly from the power exchanges. Okay, if it is the first, then gain from the move are doubtful. Since the room for efficiency improvement is rather restricted in already profitable regions at attractive and through sub franchises, if it is second, Discom will be then saddled with costly power purchase from locked-in PPAs and the this one. Okay, so in both the cases, whether they buy the costly power or they go for a profitable things, again the Discom will be under a disadvantage because profit sharing the Discom have to do. Okay. Second thing is you can also see that costly power purchase will be given to the Discoms, whereas cheaper power purchase will be taken by the private subsidiaries. The second, the amendment proposes even greater concession to the renewable power developers with its cascading impact on idling fixed charges, impacting the viability of Discoms even more. So to attract the renewable powers, right now more concessions are given. More concessions will be given, which will adversely affect the Discoms. The Discoms mean distributing companies. Third one, the most controversial amendment proposed seeks to eliminate in one stock the cross subsidies in the retail power tariff. Okay. The word cross subsidy, you know, right? What is subsidy? What do you mean by subsidy? No idea. Then I'll tell you what is cross subsidy. Helping. It's a kind of discount. It's a kind of discount where, for example, LPG subsidy given in India, the original price will be 900 rupees or something like that. Okay, yeah, okay, but we will buy it for 400 or 500. So remaining cost will be given by the government. That is not a subsidy. Cross subsidy means like you are reducing price at one place and you are increasing the price in other place. It means this subsidy is borne by somebody else. Okay. Example, I'll tell you. This is reimbursement of the amount. We can say reimbursement of amount. Okay. So basically, some people cannot afford to buy at the market price. So the government will come and say that we are giving subsidy. Okay. So what happens? I'll give you an example. In railways, we have this. See, railway, what happens? We have goods trains, no? Goods is there. Okay, that is that they carry the cargo. Okay, that is there. Then other thing is we have passenger. Okay, passenger train, that is the express train. All this. Okay, so here we give subsidy. Okay, here we do not increase the passenger tariff or tickets, or in fact sometimes we reduce it also. Okay. Now, how this loss will be compensated by increasing the price here, by increasing the price of the cargo or goods. Okay, we will reduce the price. This is one best example of cross subsidy. Understood? The cross subsidy is the loss which is coming from the passenger train will be compensated in the goods train. Okay. Now this later they felt that this is also wrong because our goods are becoming costly. Okay. So this is one example of LPG subsidy. Yes, yeah, understood. So this is what is known as cross subsidy. Yeah, coming back to this. This means each consumer category would be charged what is cost of the service that category. Okay, rural consumers requiring long lines and numerous step down transformers and attendant higher line losses will pay the cheapest tariff. Okay. Now cross subsidy eliminate in one stroke the cross subsidy. So the proposal is to eliminate this cross subsidy. Okay. So what happens? This will lead to, right, in very plain language. Okay, the tariff will increase in the rural areas. Okay. Rural areas, consumer has to pay pay higher, because of the cross subsidy will be cancelled. Okay. Disingenuously, okay, the proposed amendment envisages that state government will directly subsidize whichever category they want to through the direct benefit transfer. Okay. So far we did not have this DBT in the in the electricity. So there's a proposal of DBT in the this one. So who will give? State government will give. Cross subsidy is a fact that fact of the life in even private industries, soap, newspapers, or even utilities such as telecom. There is no undoubtedly a case of reducing the steep cross subsidy in the electricity. So he's giving that even in the private companies we have cross subsidy. Cross subsidy is actually a business technique. Okay, for example, certain where you will give an offer, certain things you will give offer, some things you will sell at a loss also. This will be compensated somewhere else. Okay, so that is actually so he's saying, the author is saying that there is a cross subsidy even in private. Okay, why the government is taking away this cross subsidy in the electricity, but eliminating them in one stroke when the state governments are already struggling with the direct power subsidies is bound to rinse their finances, not to mention the myriad problems with the direct benefit concept. So without going into the political argument related to the subsidies, that means what is saying, what is the author is saying about political argument subsidies, that what subsidies have always been debated by the economists versus politicians. Politicians are saying that it's required, economists saying that it has to be eliminated. Okay. The impact of COVID-19, which has not been factored, okay, this proposal is practically not possible. Okay, practically infeasible. Infeasible means not possible. Okay, if forcibly implemented, it will lead to chaos. Okay. Fourth, state regulators will henceforth be appointed by the Central Selection Committee. Okay, so this is what we give an example of centralization of power. Domestic consumers get electricity at lower cost by giving subsidy. The loss met is realized by from the other sector. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the same thing I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. The composition of in which the inspires little confidence in its objectivity, geopolitics, not only regulatory autonomy and independence, but also the concurrence. This is what I think: centralization of power. The state regulators will be appointed by the Central Selection Committee, which is affecting the autonomy of the regulators also and autonomy of the state also. Okay, write down that. The state regulators. Are you guys writing? How many of you went to the sleeping mode? Yeah, I know few of them, but I have doubt everybody is sleeping. Roshni is sleeping. I'm asking how many of you are sleeping. Then Roshni is saying I am sleeping. Karthi Vijay, you are there? Shruti is there. Rajeshwari. So those people, Rajeshwari is there. Yeah, maybe hard. This is not as interesting as that of other articles. Maybe like yesterday we talked about Afghan and all. That was quite interesting. Did you write the question? I have given a question like India's changing Afghan policy. Okay, so centralization is giving that state regulators will be appointed by the Central Selection Committee. Finally, the last clause in this multi-pronged pincer in the establishment of centralized electricity contract enforcement authority, whose members are chairman, will again be selected by the same selection committee referred to the above. Okay, the power to adjudicate upon the dispute relating to the contracts will be taken away from the state electricity commissions and vested this into the in the new authority. So they are going to create, write down this electricity contract enforcement authority. So a new body is being created. It is known as Electricity Contract Enforcement Authority. Okay, authority. Now these people will handle the disputes relating to the contracts. So dispute related to the contract will be handled by the Electricity Contract Enforcement Authority. Okay, this is to ensure the states saddle with the high-priced PPAs and the idling fixed costs, yet forced to keep increasing the share of the renewables in the vaccines, have no room to maneuver. Okay, that means one thing that we are taking away the power of the states. Okay, other thing we are giving them more burden. Okay, we are giving them they have to do DBT or to give this and all. Okay, so states are under trouble ultimately. when the country is reeling under the economic impact of the novel coronavirus crisis, the Electricity Bill 2020 is indeed a disingenuous document drafted to shift the burden imposed by the short-sighted policy of the center onto hapless states with the serious consequences for national energy security. Okay, so that is a conclusion of the entire thing. So written by Sudha Mahalingam, Tejal Kanitkar and Arsh Shrikant are respectively some experts in energy. Fine. Okay, these people are experts in energy, but they are talking about federalism basically. They're talking about this autonomy of the states. Okay. Okay, so what is the takeaway from this? So general thing is there's an amendment coming in the Electricity Act 2003. The amendment is what are the amendments is coming? The amendment is coming. They're bringing sub franchises. That means private will have a backdoor entry into it. Okay. Then this will affect the discoms because they will not buy the expensive power. They'll go for cheaper power. Then greater concession for renewable energy producers who are producing renewable energy. They'll have more concessions because we want clean energy, right? This will also affect the discoms. Okay. Then we are saying cross subsidy will be eliminated. When the cross subsidy is eliminated, the rural consumer has to pay more. Okay. And to overcome this, the central government is saying state government has to give DBT to the people who are getting affected. Okay. And then also the state government is down. At the end, we are saying that the state's regulator will be selected by the central authority, and there we are creating a new body called Electricity Contract Enforcement Authority. So all this takes away the power of the state government, which means centralization of the power. So then he's bringing, so whatever articles if you see everywhere, okay, at the end or anywhere, the mention about the COVID virus will not be missed. Okay, so definitely they'll mention. So he's saying when the economy is in down, the government is not taking care of the economy. Instead, they are taking away the power from the states. Is that clear? So how the questions will come? The questions will be, what are the proposed amendment in the electricity bill? Okay, electricity bill 20 amendment bill 2020, and how it would impact the energy security of India. That is one possible question. Or how it impacts the state's autonomy is another question. Thank you. Yes, any doubts, guys? Okay, so other things you have to find out is what are the thermal power plant in India? Okay, hydropower power plant in India. Talcher, have you heard about the word Talcher? What is it and where it is there? Just it came to my mind. Talcher power station. Okay, like this, try to find all the power stations. Okay, that will give you one information in addition to this. Okay. In fact, this DISCOM is a big problem, and if you want, you can study this economic survey. There will be one chapter called energy. Okay, that also you can study. Whether electricity is in the concurrent list, yes, that is what the article says. Okay, see here, the amendment in the electricity bill with only burden states and erode the concurrent status given to the electricity. It is here. Here it is written.